Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. I'm your host, Tank, here with none other than...
It's D'Angelo. What's up? It's D. I'm back.
D is back, everybody. And from our last episode on how we got a little sloppy, we decided to talk about none other than Eminem's Kamikazi.
Hell yeah. Let's definitely talk about it, because this is some interesting shit.
It is. Also, we're going to talk about MGK's diss right back at him.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
You might hate me for this.
Yeah, if they hear us, sponsored by fucking Death Row Records.
Shout out to Shook Knight.
Just be careful before we end up on that shit list.
You're right, yeah, I don't want to fuck around with Shook.
Nobody wants to fuck around with Shook. I don't even think Shook wants to fuck around with Shook.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Alright, let me go ahead and bring up my stuff. So, let's go ahead and begin with top 3 favorite fucking songs of Eminem's Kamikazi album. Like, should you go first or I should go first, D?
You know what? I guess I should probably go first since you invited me, I guess. If that makes sense.
It does. And
or
also,
we could go late. 1 for 1.
Also, you were late last night. We were supposed to do this last night.
Hell yeah, but it's all right. I'm here. That's all that matters.
Yep. All right, then go ahead, shoot.
All right, so one of my first favorite songs on there is The Ringer, which is the intro of the album.
Oh, hell yeah.
I just kind of like how, how the beat constantly kept switching up and shit like that. It was kind of showing his, basically his rap style of how he could switch it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like rappers nowadays, they only have one flow and they kind of keep it constantly throughout their entire song without trying to switch anything up or do anything different.
Yeah.
I guess he was just showing his lyricism.
Pretty much.
You want to hear my second one?
Go right ahead. Is here are 3. So the first one's The Ringer. Second one is...
The second one is Lucky You with Jonah Lucas.
Yeah.
That shit was fire. I didn't even know Jonah Lucas could even fucking spit like that, to be honest with you.
I never heard of him till this album.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he went mainstream, I believe, about, I want to say about a year ago. Because he made a song basically, well, no, it was a few years back. He made a song basically about some guys in Detroit.
Yeah.
And one guy basically, it was a real life story with this guy. He was trying to join a gang. So one of his gang initiation things is he has to get to know somebody within class and then try to kill him.
Yeah.
So then he wrote the whole song about the whole situation, which actually happened. And it ended up one of the guys was getting shot by a shotgun or something like that. And he rapped the whole entire story.
Shit.
And that's what kind of like, got him into notice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Jonah Lucas is pretty good. And then, let's see, Not Alike by Eminem is my third. With Royce da 5'9", when he came at MGK.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking to you, Kelly. Fuck.
He's like, you know who you are, Kelly. I was like, oh, shit. Shots fired. Especially when he says I don't have to use anything subliminal.
Right.
Like, he'll go straight for you. I'm like, damn. Alright, my 3 is The Ringer, intro to the song, because for me, it felt like this was the preview of the whole fucking album. It's like you said, the different styles in there, how he was switching up his styles of his flow and also the music. Even the back, like the music you're hearing. And that's like, oh shit, this is the preview of the whole album. And the fucking Ringer was just mad crazy. The next one is Greatest.
Oh, yeah.
I like Greatest. And last one is Kamikaze. Fucking, I just love... Because Kamikaze reminds me... Because with that beat, when he keeps saying fact, fact, like that whole beat, I was like, man, this is Slim Shady. This is old school Slim Shady right here. With that, like, kind of comedic yet fucking serious tone.
Right, exactly. And that's one of the things I used to like about Eminem, because his singles would be very silly, but then he'll talk on some really dark and real topics in the album.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing that I really fucking love about Eminem and his early work. It's to basically paint the reality. Because
yeah.
one of his verses in one of his older songs was like, "Yeah, you laugh till your motherfucking ass gets drafted," and that was right around the time where like 9/11 and things like that started to occur.
Yep.
And then those questions were going in my head because I'm like, "Fuck, I'm young as fuck. I might fuck around and have to like fight a war or some shit."
Yeah, I might get drafted.
Right.
But throughout these small wars like that in modern day, America, modern times, drafting is nothing serious until we go to war with a superpower. Then, but other than that, well, America has like over 1 million active troops and like 2 or 3 million reserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not needed anytime soon. Plus, we're too old now.
It's true. And also, you want to hear a random fact I learned about this guy that was about the military?
So,
There aren't enough fit guys in order to even be drafted.
nope.
And I'm like, damn. So most of our population, well, we don't fit the health requirements or the fitness requirements in order to even be drafted in the first place.
They might expand that shit.
Yeah, they will have to.
What? 280? Nah, come on in, bro. You fit just fine.
Fuck it, you 305? Fuck it, come on.
Come on. We'll just set you up with a machine gun right there. You just staying right here. Hold
Right,
this motherfucking position down.
Exactly.
What are you, 400? Hey, get this man a motherfucking full-on armored bodysuit. He's going charging in first.
Right. You 80 pounds? Fuck it, come on, we'll take you too.
You 80 pounds? Cool. So we're going to throw him in the tiny tanks that we have. He could drive the motherfucker.
Exactly.
Throw him in a World War II Sherman tank.
Right. Fucking America, man. America's great, man.
Yeah. It was always great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not get political. Like my last episode.
Right, exactly. Like, fuck, that shit got real.
It did real quick. My guy Key, he's gonna be running for a politician, state representative. So
holy shit.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and support him, and if he wins, definitely go out there and celebrate. And then call him what's be a good word? And call him a neo-Nazi. See how he takes that. His security might not like it. He might just look at me like, "You're an idiot, bro." I know, man. I love you.
That shit to him too. Once he like gets in.
Once he gets in.
Like, yo, bro, we gotta go to this Nazi meeting tomorrow. You down?
Hey, bro, don't forget tomorrow morning we got a Klan meeting. All right? Did he just say that? And you know me, I'm Puerto Rican. I always shave my hair, so I'm already damn near close to skinhead. So I might as well just go all skinhead. And I'm light skinned, and I'm like light skinned enough to just pull off a fucking Aryan Brotherhood walking around. Just come out of nowhere. Hey man, don't forget tomorrow we got a Klan meeting, Brotherhood. Let's go. He gonna look side to side like I'm about to murder this motherfucker.
He gonna drone strike your ass. But let's go back to this Eminem shit though.
Yeah,
all right. So to be honest with you, I was kind of disappointed with Eminem with like his last 4 albums. To be truthful with you.
And you know what's crazy? I never listened to Revival, and when listening to this album, and everybody was talking how he was getting people who was talking crap about his previous album, I'm like, I never heard of Revival, and to this day I haven't listened to it. And I wanted to listen to it before the podcast, but I was just so stuck in Kamikazi. It was just like, if everybody's talking about Revival's trash or bad or horrible or not one of his greatest hits, one of his greatest works, then it's like, you know what? I'll give it some time later. Right now, it's about Kamikazi and how he just fucking destroyed it.
Yeah, he fucking killed it. But I guess I want to kind of play devil's advocate in a way. Because even though, yeah, he did kill this album, and this is one of his better albums, do you think that it's his number one, like his best album yet? Well, like, his best album yet. Do you think it is? Or what do you think?
His best album yet? Me personally, it's up there among his albums. But which one was it? What was the album before? What was the album before Curtain Calls? The
I'm gonna
encore.
pull it up right now. So give me a sec.
I don't have my iPad in front of me. I should have had this shit ready. But then again, I didn't know this. I didn't know this was gonna be a question. One of my favorite albums was the Slim Shady LP, and the Eminem Show.
Okay, those are all good. And the Eminem Show is my most favorite album.
Yeah, same here. Like the Slim Shady LP, that's when I started getting into Eminem, and then the Eminem Show was that time. Then that's when I started listening to all his other ones from before and after those two albums. So for me, those are the top two. Now, I have to say, Kamikazi is third for me. This will be my top third Eminem album, with Eminem Show's my 1 and Slim Shady LP is 2.
Okay, yeah, because, well, I guess I would put Kamikazi in my top 4 then, because, let's see, Eminem Show is my most favorite one, and then you have Marshall Mathers LP, Slim Shady LP, and then I had to roll with Kamikazi on that.
Yeah. The reason why I like Kamikazi so much is because I have the problem. I have the problem with mumble rappers. Don't get me wrong. I listen to them from now and then, but I'm not hardcore with them.
Right.
I'm not actively, listening to Yachty and Uzi and 6ix9ine and fucking Migos and all these Pump and all these other guys. I'm not listening to them. Like, I'll hear one song and that's it. I'm not checking out the entire album. I'm not checking out the whole discography or whatever. I'm just like in and out. Okay. Where I'm more of the lyricist guy. This is why I tend to, my music, when I have my hip hop, you see literally me having my music from early 2000s and 90s and some 80s. And these are from like Cube, LL, Eminem. What else? Who else? Fuck. A couple one-hit wonders. I don't have Joe Budden on my motherfucking shit. Fuck him.
Damn.
He's a straight asshole.
I mean, I like Joe Budden because he's living his truth, though. So if he's an asshole, then so be it. He's at least just giving his honest opinion.
No,
do you want him to lie?
Hey, but the way he was treating Lil Yachty in that interview, so I was like, he's like, oh, I'm just happy with life. He goes, you see, this is the general theme that these guys all say, that they're all happy with life. But I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. Just because this guy who's 22, 21, Bobby fucking 19, has made it bigger than you with your one song. And I remember hearing the fucking song. I remember that song. I'm like, that was him? Damn, he was a one-hit wonder. How the fuck he made it this big?
Damn. I mean, because he's a really good lyricist at the end of the day, though. He could really spit. Which is why, Eminem actually signed him. It was because Eminem signed some of the hottest, the lyricists. Yeah. And Joe Budden is definitely a lyricist. And I guess he was going hard at Yachty because he was trying to, he did it incorrectly, but I guess he was trying to stress the point that everybody says that they're happier than what they really are.
Yeah.
And I just see that, you can see that in social media now. Like, if you look on Instagram and everything else, everybody appears to be happier or living life, to the fullest on there. But when you know them in real life, it's like, come on, dude. Yeah. You fucking depressed. You going through some bullshit. But you have to paint this picture of, this grandiose life. And I guess that's what Joe Budden was trying to,
yeah, and let me stress that point. Depression is a motherfucker. You know, more millennials are being diagnosed with depression than any other generation?
No, I didn't know that.
Bro, it's a motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, I could kind of see why, though, because social media is a beast where everybody looks happy. And when you look at everybody's Instagram and Facebooks and shit like that, you think, damn, everybody's living their life to the fullest and I'm not doing shit. I'm just in the house watching Netflix.
Yeah, to find out that those are one-of-a-kind nights.
Right, exactly.
Or then you really run into that motherfucker who does travel for a living and gets paid to do all this shit and he's living life and he's only 23 and you're just like, fucking hate you, dude.
Right, but that's like 1% though. It's what people really don't really recognize. But that's probably 1 to 3% of people doing that.
Yeah, but that 1 to 3% dominates the medium.
That is true. Well, that's kind of like how everything is. It's this saying. Well, I forgot the name of it, but it's basically like it's like 10% of the people that are like at the tippity top of their industry. You see them 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Like for example, like let's look at the Grammy Award winners for the past 20 years. I could guarantee that it's gonna be like 10 to 20 artists that actually been getting all of the awards. And there are countless amount of artists, but you'll still see Beyonce, Kanye, and the same people getting all of the awards.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how it is in every industry, whether it's music or wrestling or whatever. It's always that small population that just kind of like have most of their shit out there.
Yeah. Well, let's get back on this Eminem before we get a little carried away.
Right.
So, an old colleague of ours posted this picture about Eminem, like somebody talking about it.
Right.
And let me see if I can find it. And it's all about like, what if Eminem, like the whole purpose of this, like his whole purpose of like causing beef with everybody, just charging in front of everybody, like what could it be?
Cloud chasing, maybe? Who knows?
No. Here it is. So this is the post. Here's a thought. Eminem made a lyrical diss track in order to bring back lyricism and actual bars to rap music. And by targeting individuals that are talented, he forces a response to bring battle rap back. Eminem knew there would be responses, but only those who had the talent to do so. This pushes artists to restore the real rap talent.
I don't know about that. I just
all along.
Go ahead.
No, this could be his goal all along. Like you said, Joe has some fucking, like, he's a lyricist and he has bars. What if him aiming at Joe was to bring Joe back and show him that, bro, you got this. Kelly, bro, you got this. And all these other guys, possibly like naming some of these other guys, even the mumble rappers, he probably sees something in them. Like, stop with the mumbling. You got something in you. You could fucking do it.
I don't know if that was his approach or not. I just feel like I guess I'm gonna try to look at it from his perspective as much as I possibly could, even though I can't. I don't really, never lived a day in his shoes or anything like that. But
it was just this is somebody's idea, or just you could say a theory or conspiracy theory that Eminem's doing this because it's time and time again when when Eminem's being interviewed, they always tell him about mumble rap and how he fucking hates it. He can't stand it. He wishes lyricism was back into rap. That's what he wants. That's what
right, but lyricism the whole thing is in rap though. You have your J. Cole's, you have your Kendrick Lamar's.
Yeah, and he says it in which one? It wasn't Kamikaze. It was Ringer. If you ain't what was it?
If you ain't J. Cole, Kendrick, Andre, or let's see. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Because if you ain't J. Cole, Kendrick, or I think Royce, you're a goner.
Yeah.
So we have those rappers, and hell, fucking Kendrick Lamar's "Damn" was one of the top-selling records, or the number one spot throughout the globe in several countries. Damn was Damn was just like, damn, that shit was good. Like, I enjoyed that one. I fucking loved it. DNA was my shit. Damn was my shit. J. Cole, I listened to him too. Hell, and it's funny because I never heard of him until here. Like, there's a couple of rappers I never heard of before because I never really I listened to the people that I listened to growing up at these times, and when I look up what is it, Royce the 5'9", I think it's called, something like that.
Yeah, Royce the 5'9", yeah. Straight from Detroit.
Yeah, never heard of him, and them motherfuckers been rapping for years. Like, oh. Well, mainstream radio and shit has done fucked up my taste in music. Damn.
Right. And here's the backstory of Royce the 5'9". He used to actually beef with Eminem. Like, they had crazy beefs with each other, rap battles and shit like that. They have a whole bunch of diss records against each other. Because Royce the 5'9" was actually coming at Eminem in his earlier career because he said that Eminem kind of stole his style. Yeah. Which in some interviews, Eminem did admit that, you know, a lot of his style did come from Royce the 5'9". Because that's who he used to listen to, because they're both Detroit artists.
Yeah.
But, so it's like, yeah.
So let's get into the lyrics. Let's go in here. So since we both like The Ringer, we'll get into The Ringer and look at the lyrics. So, intro, you hear the plane crash. Yeah. And just like, yo, I'm going to write my thoughts. I'm going to write down my first thoughts and see where it takes me. Because I feel like I want to punch the whole fucking world right in the face right now. Like, this one, it feels like, this one is definitely is going towards everybody who just trashed Revival.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned about Eminem is that he doesn't want to learn how to use a computer or anything, because he doesn't want to right. see what people had to say about him. I'm guessing, you know, now we're living in a social age and all this stuff is coming up, and of course, his woman and his kids, they all have, you know, social medias and stuff like that. Even he has one. But I don't think he messes with it as much because he doesn't care for that.
Right.
And I'm guessing, like, after a while, it's like, he just said, fuck it. He needs to see what's going on. And I think Revival was the one that really, like, opened his eyes to the trolls out there in the world. And the rule of the internet is what? Don't feed the trolls.
Yeah.
And I think this
rule
is
number one.
Kamikaze. Kamikaze's feeding the trolls, in my perspective. But man, it's like you overfed them and made them motherfuckers explode.
Right. That's exactly it.
It's exactly what it is. It's like feed the trolls. You know how they say, if you feed the trolls, they'll come back no matter what. Just don't feed the trolls. Eminem fed the trolls. But he fed them so much that these motherfuckers exploded. Because now they even know how to come back at him.
Exactly.
And have you seen 6ix9ine's video of him trying to fucking make a diss to Eminem?
No, I didn't.
It's fucking hilarious. He gives up like a minute into it. There's a beat playing. They're recording him. He's trying, but the whole time it's just horrible because it's like, bro, speak louder. I can't hear you. Wait, what? Enunciate your words, goddammit. And you gave up halfway through. Okay, cool. And then the only word I understood was he said, I'm a lyrical genius. No, you're not, because you fucking gave up.
I gotta watch the clip. 6ix9ine is the ultimate troll, by the way.
Oh my god, he is the ultimate fucking troll. He looks like a fucking troll. Like, bro, you snap him in the back of his head, his hair sticks up.
Right.
You shake him a couple times, his hair sticks up. It's like the guy looks like a fucking troll.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I kind of enjoyed Fifi, but other than that, it's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't even think I should even be listening to you with that fucking sexual assault case you have on you. With a minor.
Let me defend him, man. Let me
defend who? A fucking pedophile? When do we gotta defend pedophile in this day and age? This is what the case was.
All right, let me explain the case to you and the viewers of what actually happened, and you all can look it up and confirm and everything. So this was a time. Let me get into this.
Go ahead.
All right, this was a time where he was young as fuck, and he was actually doing like a video, and it was some little girl that was being, you know, basically sexually assaulted by some older guys that was in the video.
Yep.
And he got a charge because he was in that video as well as around that area where that minor was basically being, you know, assaulted or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, he had to fight through courts and shit like that. So it's not that he actually was like being a fucking pedophile fucking with the little girl, because he didn't. You can look at the video footage, you can see that he was not messing with the girl at all. It was just that he was in the same, you know, in the same area as this event occurred.
More like the same
And that's what got him into a lot of trouble. So he's not necessarily a pedophile because he didn't do it himself.
Either or, the motherfucker was in the same room. He was recording. This kid was giving a grown man oral sex, and 6ix9ine was slapping her ass. That is also the story as well, because that's all in the video.
Right.
So
right.
of course
you can see the video and you can see everything that happened. Right.
He still sexually assaulted a minor. He slapped her ass. She's 13. You're in the video. You're recording her giving this man oral. She's 13. Right. Fuck you, 6ix9ine.
But did he know that she was 13? That's the real question, though.
Nobody actually knows whose age is who nowadays. That's why when I meet people, I'm
That's
like, how old are you?
Point.
Okay, I'm walking away.
Never fucking know how old somebody is.
That's why motherfuckers just want to they don't even ask the age. You know how they say, never ask a woman her age. If I look at this female, I'm like, she does not look of age. How old are you? 17? Okay, cool. I'm walking away.
But it's a social I can't find the words right now, but it's like a social stigma to ask a woman for her age too.
It is. So that's what I ain't trying to get motherfucking charged just because I was standing at a bus stop next to a fucking 17-year-old thinking she looked like she was 34. Because there's a couple people out there who in their teenagers look like they're in their fucking 30s.
Right. Yeah.
People always get confused with me and my age. I'm 28. People always think I'm 24.
Yeah.
Even the older I get, people still think I'm younger. Hell, my girlfriend's family, they thought I was younger than her.
Ah, okay.
They asked like, how old is he? Oh, he's my age. He looks younger than you. Damn near broke her heart.
Damn.
You know me, I like to fuck around, I like to mess around. I'm like telling her, I'm like, damn, babe, so you know what that means, right? I'm gonna look young when we get old. Exactly. We're gonna be in our 40s and I'll still look in my 20s. She's like, forget you.
That's real shit. But a question: do you think that these mumble rappers are just misunderstood by the older generations?
I just misunderstood their raps. Understood?
Because I just, oh my god,
there goes a dad joke.
Hey, it worked. I kind of think that these mumble rappers are kind of misunderstood by the older generations of the hip hop connoisseurs, if you will. Because let's look at it. Eminem was very misunderstood when he first came out.
Yeah.
People, they fucking protested against his shit. They were saying how he was negative towards women and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
People were burning his CDs.
After they purchased
them. Right. And then if we were to go back to that time period, you would have, the older heads of hip-hop at that time talk about how Eminem wasn't hip-hop at all.
Yeah.
How he was disrespecting the culture and things like that. Which the same argument could be applied to these mumble rappers. So are they misunderstood?
No, they're just fucking idiots.
So, I think that that's just misunderstood.
We're looking at me and you're just looking at two different sides of the same coin, though.
Yeah, and I feel like it's good because we gotta have the conversation. You gotta have perspective. Both perspectives. The
thing is, I feel like with mumble rap, is that first part, mumble. What the fuck? Who seriously who thought that shit was gonna be that? Who thought, first of all, whoever thought this shit was gonna be real big should be fucking filthy rich right now. Second, it's just why mumble? What was the whole point of this? And remember our last video, I said it. We said it they're so fucking drugged up, and they get into the booth and start rapping. That's what it becomes. They just start mumbling shit.
True, but I actually think
rap.
No, go ahead.
Okay, we saw the phases of rap.
All right.
From the 70s all the way till now. And one of the major parts of rap that stood there for the longest was lyricism.
Right.
They were there just busting flows. You could understand them. You could hear them. Hell, half the time I feel like some of these rappers had a dictionary next to them when coming up with certain raps, certain lyrics that blow the motherfucker's mind. I'm about to drop some knowledge on you. You never heard of this motherfucking word before, but guess what? I'm gonna use it in a rap. And half the time they explain what the fuck what that word means in the rap.
Yeah, that is true.
And it's just holy shit. It's all a poetic thing. That's what rap is. It's a poetic form of art. Just the difference is they're able to express themselves this way with music, lyrics, and just have fun. They just go out there, and usually, sometimes not usually, but sometimes they have messages in them. We saw them grow up with certain messages that they were explaining: police brutality, drugs, drug abuse, dealing, motherfucking deaths, killings, shootings, gangs, like the environment. The environment these rappers grew up in and are now, that we're telling these stories and how they grew up, how they dealt with this and all this other stuff. And it's like, it kind of resonates with me and you. We both grew up in the hood. We both grew up around gangs. We both grew up around fucking addicts and dealers and shit. And to this day, when we get older, we go back to our neighborhoods, and who do we see? This kid that we went to school with, and guess what he is? He's a motherfucking dealer. And it's like, damn, dude, really? I thought you get out that life. You never had that look. You're like, growing up, you would never seem like that kid.
Right.
Now you fuck. All right, bro. Give me a dime bag and I'm gonna walk away. Right. All right, man. It was good hitting up with you. All right, peace out. Fuck. At least I got a dime bag out of it.
Right. But now, so what if these mumble rappers are more advanced than we think? All right, I like to play devil's advocate, so let's do this again.
Okay.
All right, so there are different sounds that possess different type of frequencies and things like that goes into your mind and things like that. So let's talk about Kid Cudi. So he had an album called The Speed Bullet to Heaven or something like that.
Yeah. And
people were very upset with Kid Cudi in the album because he was just making sounds and noises and grunts and things like that.
Yeah.
But then when you basically like look at it at a deeper level, what he was trying to do was he was just basically trying to just, play with sounds and manipulate frequencies and things like that with the music. That was what his attempt was. That's what he was trying to do. And it looks like some of these mumble rappers are actually trying to do the exact same thing. Because when you change the frequency of sound, it makes people feel a particular way. It involves your emotions. So, like, for example, Young Thug. Young Thug is heavily researching how basically voices and tones and things affects people's emotions and affects how they thinking, and all of that stuff. So he's trying to utilize that and put that into his music a little bit more. So, I still think that they're just misunderstood. Maybe they're trying to go far out and just be a bit more advanced than what the normal people are doing. Yeah. And it's just hard for everybody else to understand. And not all mumble rappers are to that level of trying to think that deep into it. But you have some artists that really are trying to do that.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what the future of mumble rap is actually going to become, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Because it could be a fad now, just die out the next day.
Right. Or it could just become some whole new advanced type of thing.
Yeah.
Just like the era of music with Mozart. When
classical stays, bro. Classical will always live on.
He warped that whole fucking generation of music. He changed every goddamn thing.
He did.
Nothing was the same after he got there.
No, he was a prodigy. He was a musical prodigy who fucking killed it. And it's kind of funny how we're using these slang terms just to discuss Mozart. But it's funny because Mozart, he was the musical genius at his time. The man knew music. He was born with that skill. And and like you said, you listen to music before Mozart. Because classical will always live on. As long as the human species live, classical music will stay.
Right.
Look at disco. Disco motherfucking died. Or did it evolve?
Right.
Who knows? But all these other genres, all these other genres, some will fall and not live on. Well, classical will always live on. So
yeah, but
if you
now
listen to
it's like
pre-Mozart, you can tell the difference. After Mozart,
you could tell how he warped every fucking thing. All the classical music is way different way before the time Mozart got into the picture.
Oh yeah, especially conductors now when they write their own music. They're trying to blend like, current day music with classical using certain instruments. They are experimenting with sound, and like you said, sound, frequencies, audio, all the vocals, everything, to try to appeal to a bigger audience, or try to get more, or try to get deeper within the human mental, within the human psyche.
Right.
And I feel like fucking Mozart killed it.
Yeah, Mozart killed it. And then you have a newer artist that's out now that people really don't know about. His name is Woodkid. And what he did was he mixed classical avant-garde music with pop music. And the way he did it, it just sounds so fucking good. Because he's trying to explore the whole frequency type of thing and trying to create some sound. Like, you have some amazing people out there.
Yeah.
And who knows what mumble rap is going to bring us or take us. But I
see where you're coming from for the mumble rappers and how they are being misunderstood. But then again, I'm with you on the other part. Most of these fuckers are just in it for the money. I don't see these guys.
True, 100%.
I don't see these guys experimenting and, trying to change the game. But maybe mumble rap was how they got in, but they don't want to do it for the rest of their life. That's like certain porn stars or Playboy. What was that one Playboy bunny? She was a bunny, fucking hot as hell. She was one of this guy's wife. They did a reality show. She went to school. She got an education. She knew for a fact that when she gets old, she's gonna get old.
Right.
And that having the education will, no matter what, help her future be fruitful.
Yeah.
These rappers are doing it for the now.
Right.
So by you telling me like, what was his name again?
Woodkid or Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi. Not Kid Cudi. The one that you say he's experimenting with sound and music. I think he's another mumble rapper.
Oh, Young Thug.
Young Thug. He's looking to the future. Yeah, he's doing this now because it's what's selling. But then again, it goes to the fact like, rap is going to change. We saw it evolve. We grew up when it evolved. We listened to that's why they broke it up into different parts. Gangster rap, mumble rap, fucking pop rap or whatever. We saw the evolutions of it throughout the times and how it was evolving, how people always hated that generation, hated that each generation.
Yeah.
He's preparing, and several others are preparing for the next one.
Right.
So that way they could be ready and make the money and keep going and do it again.
Right, exactly.
And either they're going to be the pioneers of the next generation, or they might be left in the dust. Who knows? But then again, history repeats itself. We might see rap go back to like how the 70s were and how they rapped, or maybe go back to like the 80s with the gangster rap and how they rapped. We don't know. It's just
or it could just be all sounds and grunts. That might be the future of everything.
We have techno for that. We had techno, house, and trance for that. What's the point of doing it with rap? You can't call it rap when you're not rapping within the song. If this is all, and you got that beat just in the background, just boom, boom, boom. It's like, no, that's not rap, bro. You're just on ecstasy. You just released a trance album. What's the other one? There's trance, hip hop, EDM. That's what it was. You just released an EDM song, bro. You did not release a rap song. Get back in that motherfucking studio, clear your throat, drink some motherfucking tea, get that phlegm out from your throat, and fucking spit some shit.
Right. But
no bullshit though. There's some. I'm sorry to cut you off, but right now, like, no bullshit, like staring at my mic and the pop filter. I feel like I'm just gonna bust out a motherfucking rhyme right now. Just come out of nowhere. Just ha! Damn, that was shit. I need to do better. Clearly, I didn't say fire because a motherfucker can't rhyme or be poetic as shit.
Right. Oh shit, it's fucking hilarious.
Unless D, writes me a rhyme, whatever, and I just see how I flow and shit. Get how this going. You're my ghostwriter.
But I feel like we're too early on mumble rappers to say whether or not they're weak as fuck or is it going to die or not.
Too early? Know. This shit started like in 2012.
That shit's early in music time. That shit is way too early. You gotta look at some shit at least about 10 to fucking like 20 years out.
Wait, who said this shit? Future started really this shit. Future been around since 2008, bro. Or not even that earlier.
But that's because Future's style has also changed over the time too. He wasn't always mumbling and making sounds at the beginning of his career when he was with Ludacris. He was just basically like a drug dealing rapper, and he kind of morphed into that over time. So he just didn't start off that way.
It was so many perks.
He just adapted to what was going on and what people like to hear. Which is another thing that I would like to bring out is that this is what people want to hear, because you have to have an audience in order for you to even make this music.
True.
If nobody listens to that shit, then nobody will fucking make it. So is it really the artist's fault, or is it society's fault of being, of listening to this shit, allowing it to happen?
Same with my podcast. I need an audience. I ain't gonna make it with like the 2-3 people that follow me, which is just basically you, my girl, and possibly my mama. All right, my 3 greatest fans. This is for you guys. Yay. A motherfucker wants to go fucking worldwide with this shit. Prestige worldwide.
Right, but you just never know where things lead up, because things always start off slow near the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Well, almost always.
And things always evolve. So, like, for my podcast, it evolved. Like, I seen it, how we started off and how me and Jay, like, evolved. And I need to get that motherfucker on here. He's been off for a while. I wonder if he's ever been listening to the podcasts.
Who knows?
I mean, I'm going to make a fucking diss track against Jay and see what happens. See if he ever comes on.
A boxing match like KSI and fucking Logan Paul and shit.
I could, but Jay's going to kick my ass. 10 out of 10 times, Jay's going to kick my ass.
Why you say that?
1, he's athletic. And 2, the motherfucker's built like a tank. Me, on the other hand, I'm chubby and I'm slow. And I got a fucked up ankle. What's that tell you? Me and him get in the ring, it probably might look like a decent fight for the first 5 seconds. But as soon as the clock hits 6 seconds, I'm going to be on the floor, just lay the fuck out. Talking about, damn, Jay, why you got to hit me that hard?
Right.
Now, maybe I hit the gym and be more athletic, get more active. Maybe I have a chance.
Right. But that brings me to a decent segue of MGK.
Oh, man. Before we get into that, have you been seeing those names of people, like their rap names, and people make it like showing that their real names are?
No, I haven't.
Like T-Pain, somebody said his real name was Tylenol Pain Relief. Well, MGK was Machine Guns Kelly. They said MGK was his real name. Marshall's going to kill me. No, Marshall's. Yeah, Marshall's going to kill me.
All right. You ready to talk about this shit?
I'm ready to talk about this shit because I have his lyrics right here. Because I got it too. I think his diss was all right. For me, it wasn't like I never listened to MGK's his music, but he starts it off with somebody grab some clippers. His fucking beard is weird. Is that how you're gonna start off, bro? You just went straight for his beard, huh?
But it's fucking hilarious.
It is. Hey, but I gotta give it to this motherfucker though. I ain't calling him out saying his rap devil is shit. I ain't saying none of that. I said it was good. I didn't say other shit. Hopefully nobody take this out of context. Like what Eminem did with the Haley when he posted about Haley.
Right.
How he said Haley's fucking hot in the most respectful way. Eminem is king.
Right.
Eminem took it out of fucking proportion. Now, if fucking Kelly said fucking Haley's is beautiful as hell in the most respectful way, Eminem is king. Now things will probably change. It's just a certain words you say.
Yeah, it would have changed everything. But But what really kind of sparked it off was the fact that she was 16 at the time and he was like 22 at the day of the tweet.
True. There's that too. Because isn't she... Because that was 2012. I think right now she's like, what, 23, 24?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she's young as hell.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, but she is a good-looking woman.
Yeah, but...
I ain't going to use those other words. I ain't trying to get Eminem to get on my ass. If he does, he'll probably make me big. So I might as well just say...
You might just say it.
Might just say, fuck it. Mr. Shady, Mr. Mathers, your daughter's hot.
His daughter's pretty fucking bad.
No, but Haley, she's beautiful. Like, seeing her, listen to his music, because I was a fucking kid listening to his music, and one of my favorite songs was My Dad's Gone Crazy when I was younger. And listening to, hearing Haley's voice, it's like, damn, you actually had his daughter in here, which is pretty cool. I thought that was the coolest shit ever when I was a kid. I'm like, damn, that's so fucking cool. You had your daughter in the studio with you singing that.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking dope.
And that shows you, how much he loves his kids. Because he did not, I think he has 2 girls, and the third one is his adopted.
Ah, okay.
So... he has 3 kids total, and I want to say his adopted daughter also took his last name. Or I think his adopted daughter is family, but he adopted her. So he has 2 kids, I think, with Kim, and then the third one he adopted. So anyways, anybody can say whatever the fuck about Eminem and how he's fucking crazy, psychotic, all this other bullshit, or how his music sucks or whatever. The man's a great fucking father. Great provider. And literally has a big heart for his kids.
I would think so, but once again, I don't know him, But it seems like all of the signs point towards him being a great dad.
Yeah. And I say, he's probably a great fucking father. It's just like, when he's in the studio, my dad's gone crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. Right.
It says it in this man's lyrics, tough talk from a rapper, pay millions for security a year. I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Haley, you're right. The man always been fucking crazy. When has he never said he's not crazy?
But here's something that I want to... You might hate me for this shit.
I'm already hating you right now. Go ahead.
All right, cool. I think MGK, he has a shot at fucking taking down M.
I say it too.
He has a clean shot because, all right, so here's the Achilles heel of Eminem, because I've been following him throughout his whole career. When his life was in turmoil, his music was the fucking best. But he's no longer in turmoil now. Got the money, his family situation is looking all right, He still could go on tour, he could still get all his money and shit like that. His life is no longer in turmoil right now.
Yeah.
So... that could put him in a vulnerable state to get fucking destroyed by MGK. Because he may not have it in him to do the old, fucking Slim Shady type shit that he would need to do in order to beat MGK.
Yeah.
He might wash him. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we shall see. Because when I heard this, I'm like, this is pretty good. And I feel like if Eminem comes back with his diss towards Kelly's gonna come back with another one.
I don't think
Kelly needs to come out.
Though.
This is a if. This is an if situation. Eminem comes up with a diss towards Kelly. Kelly's gonna come back. I feel like Kelly's gonna come back again. Because for me, Rap Devil was okay. For other people, Rap Devil was good. For other people, it was okay. Others say it was weak. Others say it was just horrible. Others say it was the great. Others say he got M. Everybody has their own perspective. Either or, Kelly's gonna have to come up with a second diss after Eminem's if he drops one, and gonna make it 10 times better. Because I feel like Kelly can fucking get some good lyrics. Because here, listening, when I was listening to it, I was like, holy shit. The only thing I didn't like was the chorus and how many times he said it. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and still mad. Let's talk about it. Both of us dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we could get gully. I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it. That was his chorus that he says like 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He ends it with the chorus. Now, this next one, if he didn't say it, if he just like this was the chorus for this one, that's the bridge going over to his second verse, cool. Bridge going to his third verse, cool. Same thing again, like his chorus is going again, and he has a bridge back to the fourth verse, cool. But then you end it with that chorus. I feel like he should have just ended it with, "Don't make me call Kim." Boom.
He could, but at the same time, he's trying to make a hit record too, so it'll push.
Yeah, but the last part of
hooks, that's not like a unique or anything like that. That's kind of pretty standard when it comes to like music and stuff like that.
No,
they tend to always close it out with a one more hook.
Yeah, but it's just like, I feel like if you get that out of there, you just made a bigger impact on M just by saying, "Don't make me call Kim," end. Instead of like, if he's like, "Don't make me call M," and then go back to, "I'm sick of them sweatsuits, I'm corny hats, let's talk about it." If he ended it right there, "Don't make me call Kim,"
I see where you're coming from.
He probably
it would have been
harder.
A lot more devastating.
It would have. Then, because now with this chorus, you softened it.
Yeah, he softened
your blow with "Don't make me call Kim." So, oh shit, I near dropped my iPad. So, yeah, I gotta go ahead and be like, once M drops his diss, if M does drop another diss towards Kelly, Kelly's gonna drop one, and I feel like Kelly's needs to give it some time, dig up some shit, and hit him hard. Hit him real hard.
Because I feel like M is vulnerable. Like, he could get taken out right now.
He's aiming at he aimed at a shit ton of people, so you're gonna have, in these coming weeks, we're gonna be hearing disses from every other body who's coming at Kim. M is coming at Kim, coming at M.
Right.
Even Joe said even Budden said that he retired from music after his last album, but after M did this, he might have to come out. He might come out of retirement just to diss his ass. That's Budden's. Charlemagne might. Academics is just a fucking DJ. I don't know what he's gonna do. Fucking make a diss track just week. That's it.
Well, he's not. Well, he's. Wait, do you know the background of DJ Academics? Because he doesn't really DJ as much anymore. He's really known for like
being a critique.
Yeah, it's like
talking shit about Chicagoans. Yeah, he could go suck a dick. Academics doesn't matter, but it's just like, I'm just waiting for this shit. This is like waiting for that next fucking comic book or movie or episode. You're just like, I gotta see what's gonna happen next. Fuck, hurry up.
Right. But he might get destroyed. Because he's no longer Thanos. Eminem used to be Thanos of the fucking rap world.
Used to be Thanos.
Now Drake is the real Thanos right now. That motherfucker's undefeated. Nothing can take him out.
Drake and his ghostwriters. It makes me wonder, is Drake actually gonna be writing a diss towards them? Or is his ghostwriters are gonna team up and write a diss towards them?
Yo, if his fucking team writes some shit about you, it's over, bro.
We shall see.
There'll be like 10 motherfuckers probably on their laptop.
But it's kind of fucked up.
Like, we're gonna bake this nigga.
Like, for Ringer and all these other songs, like, you had... Let me see, did they show who wrote the songs? Fuck. I know on... Oh, shit, somebody commented on the Ringer. R.I.P. to Lil Pump and Lil Xan. And then somebody just posted, like, gunshots, like, 2 guns firing at each other, saying M's going at mumble rap like this. Just gun blazing.
Right. But hopefully M responds, even though I don't think he's going to respond.
I feel like he's not going to respond either. I think he's going to wait. He's going to wait till everybody comes out. Kelly's the first one. And if Kelly's the first one, there's bound to be maybe a second one. Hell, we saw 6ix9ine trying to respond. And if you watch that video, you're going to fucking laugh like 6ix9ine just stopped before M is going to ruin your career. Just stop.
But I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure he's just trolling because he trolls every fucking body.
Bro, it looked funny though. I don't care if it was a troll. I don't care if it was a troll move or if it was serious. He still looks stupid. I'm sorry, because you can troll and make it look serious. That's cool. But if you're trying to troll and you look stupid at it, bro, come on. But
I guess that's why I gotta see it so I can know.
Yeah, when you see it, let me know. Hit me up in a text message. You're gonna fucking laugh.
You got it.
But okay, let's go back to Machine Guns Kelly. What else he gets me?
Oh, and I got a favorite line. Hold on, I gotta find that shit because that shit was devastating.
What? Fuck rap god, I'm the rap devil.
Nah, that was kind of lame.
That was when he said "fuck rap god, I'm the rap devil." I'm like, that doesn't really go well with each other, bro.
Right.
But okay, coming barefaced with a black shovel. I was like, nice come up.
We already did talk about that fucking line that I like. I already fucked one rapper's girl this week. Don't make me call Kim.
Yeah.
God damn.
You see what I mean by if you go further that there's the chorus. I'm telling you, bro, erase that and end it. I already fucked one rapper's girl this week. Don't make me call Kim. What's that tells you? Oh my god, these fucking people. Hold on.
And do you know what rapper's girl he was talking about?
All right, let's go back.
All right, yeah. So, do you know what rapper girl he was talking about?
No. Who the fuck did he mess with?
G-Eazy.
Oh Lord. Wait, didn't they say G-Eazy was like more of like a Christian rapper or something now?
Hell no, he's not. He's basically just making. He reminds me of like an early 2000s rapper and shit like that. You know, basically just got girls with their ass shaking and trying to make like club hits. That's kind of like a G-Eazy's rap right now.
Isn't that modern day mumble rap? Girls shaking their ass, making club hits.
Yeah, but it's just the format of. It's the format of how he actually raps and makes his songs. It kind of reminds me of like the early 2000s. Yeah. It's just basically like the style of his flow. His cadence is similar to the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Because he's not mumbling at all. You can hear him articulate himself, but the bars seem similar to like a good early 2000s record.
Yeah.
But he fucked his girl.
Damn.
And then G-Eazy made a diss record on MGK.
Oh, Lord.
I
think rap beef is coming back. Battles and disses and shit.
Because everybody been trying to bring down Drake. Every fucking body.
Who do you think has a chance to actually bring him down?
Nobody, bro.
You think nobody actually hurt his feelings? Mostly women.
Nobody could take him down, bro.
Yeah,
he's literally Thanos. He's the real Thanos.
Yeah, but once you remove the Infinity Gauntlet, then what?
Thanos could still beat your ass without that Infinity Gauntlet, though. He could still beat the shit out of you.
Like how he fought the Hawk? Which was still bullshit because he had the Infinity Gauntlet on, which had the Power Stone, which gave him power to beat the Hawk.
He only needed one stone to fuck him up, though.
True. Hell. Well, one of these guys gonna pull a Tony Stark and beat the shit out of him.
And I feel like Pusha T is Tony Stark.
Pusha T?
Yes.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
He's fucking Iron Man. He put up a good ass fight. He just couldn't end him. He couldn't finish him.
Yeah.
So that motherfucker is Thanos.
Until he gets his God Killer armor.
Yo, right.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Like, I know we're going off subject, but real quick, that's what I feel is going to happen in the next movie. Tony's going to make his God Killer armor, and he's going to beat the bricks out of Thanos. Which might translate to the whole Pusha T and Drake. You said Pusha T is Iron Man. Give Pusha T some time. Come out with his God Killer armor. He going to beat the bricks.
Let's go into this topic. All right, so it's this guy that's on Reddit. I forgot his name, but he basically predicted everything that was going to happen in the Avengers movie. Like, he knew all the people that were going to die before the movie came out. He knew the whole entire story, the plots, everything. He knew all of that shit, and he posted all that shit on Reddit. So he had another prediction of the new Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Shoot.
All right, so this is what he said that they're going to do. All right, so now that, of course, you know, Avengers, they lost most of their team and shit like that. So what he's saying on Reddit is basically that what they're going to do is Tony Stark and the rest of the Avengers, they're going to meet up with Ant-Man. And what they're going to do is they're going to use Ant-Man to go back into time, to different time periods, like, you know, 1940s and all this other shit in order to grab the crystals. And then they're going to try to grab the crystals, and Tony Stark is going to make his own gauntlet to reverse everything.
Yeah.
And that's what the guy predicts. And he was right, dead on the head with the first Avengers movie. So I don't know who the fuck is this guy. Is he like, you know, on the fucking set or some shit? Like, who knows?
It's probably Tom Holland.
Right. Out here tweeting his own shit. Like, fuck it.
No, because you heard about when they were doing, like, interviews with, like, the Avengers. And they were asking them questions. And each Avenger was paired, like, each of the actors was paired up. So it came out to be Tom Holland and, what's his name? It was Tom Holland. And what's the Falcon? What's his name? You know what I'm talking about, right? Though.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
I think it was them two paired up. And why was Tom Holland's mouth duct taped? Because he leaked a lot of shit out. Like, they're like, "Fuck, bro, we can't surprise nobody with your ass." So when they did this interview, they had everybody going, yeah. And, you know, they're just like going through, and then it goes up to Tom Holland. I mean, Tom Holland is staring at Falcon with tape on his face. Like, yeah, bro, your mouth is like a motherfucking leak.
Right. That's fucking hilarious. It could be him. You never know, because, well, on Reddit, and then looks like it's actually confirmed because now they actually have some shots of the new Avengers movie. And you see Iron Man and Cap, you know, they have like some old ancient ass like clothes on and shit like that. Like it's from like the early 20s or something like that.
Yeah, or they also have the little gadget on their hand. Well, we'll see, because I'm just waiting for this movie to come out.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they're gonna defeat Thanos. Hopefully they make it good. I hope it's not just some lame shit like, oh, I'm gonna take off my gauntlet and beat y'all ass. Like, nah. I need them to defeat him with the gauntlet on. Like, let's get it.
Since they're going back into time, they could be doing what you call it? Goddamn drums. They're going way back where Thanos doesn't even have the stones.
Right.
And they already gathered them all up. But they're probably doing it where it's like Thanos is already on his mission to like collect the stones, cause chaos and mayhem and all this other stuff. But yeah,
because they're going far right, exactly just like you said. They're going far back into time, so they wouldn't even have no fucking, so they don't have to really worry about Thanos and shit like that. They're gonna go way before that time period.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see it, because also on Reddit he was saying that Thanos is actually going to have his gauntlet. He's going to try to prevent them from getting the stones and shit like that too.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty interesting.
Should be. We shall see.
And a question about Thanos: why he didn't just fucking triple the size of all of the resources and shit in the universe? He could have easily done that instead of wiping out half the population.
He figured wiping out half the population would do better than tripling resources. Well, that was all in his head, just wiping people out. Wipe out half.
Because I would have been like, you know what? I'm going to make the whole universe proportionate to, time, 10 times the size and shit like that.
Yeah.
So then you have 7 billion people on a big-ass planet that could support maybe a trillion people or some shit like that. Yeah. And it would be the same fucking effect.
Not really, because the more resources, more people start producing, because they also have this and this and that. So, and it's crazy because if you have access, look at America. We have access to a lot of goods.
Right.
We are the third. We're the third most populated country in the world.
Right.
And China having 1 billion, they had access to certain things too. If you give somebody more resources to do, more jobs, more opportunities, these people will be able to start procreating faster.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they have more kids. They're able to support more kids and all this other stuff. When you have limited resources, people tend not to either have kids or they'll have one.
Right.
And when the parents die, that one doesn't replace two people. It replaces one person.
Right.
And if they get together with somebody and they have one kid, it goes on to the same pattern. So it tends to level out. Right now, they predicted that the human population was going to grow so big and mighty, but now it seems to have slowed down. Because in first world countries, the populations have, people are having less and less kids. They tend to have 1 to 2 kids now. Before it was known, you probably know this, I know it for sure. My great grandparents had 7 kids. My grandparents have 3 kids. My mother had 4 kids. But you could probably say about your family. Your great grandparents had
they had a lot of fucking kids.
They probably had 5 to 10 kids. Now you go down to your grandparents. Grandparents probably had 3 to 4 kids. And then you go down to your folks. From what I know, it's just you and your sis.
Well, me, my sis, and my older brother. My older brother passed. Yeah.
Look at it. Now, 3 kids.
Yeah.
Throughout time, you see people having less and less kids. In the modern age, you're going to see people have less and less kids. And now people are just having 2 kids. So when they pass, those 2 kids that they had replace them. And it goes on. Right. Or they have 1 kid, which dwindled. Look at Japan. Japan's population is actually decreasing. Less people are having kids. There's a bigger number of the older generation. And because of their culture and everything, the reason why people are not having kids is because when your parents get old, you have to take care of your parents.
Right.
And not just take care of your parents, but also your wife's parents. And then your kids. That puts a lot of stress. So a lot of these men out there that are struggling and fighting to get these decent jobs, working a decent wage, to live a sustainable life, taking care of their parents, but not just their own parents, but also got to work, take care of, if they're married, their wife's parents. And it's this is getting more and more difficult.
Right, and also I'd like to point out, and I could definitely be wrong, but I guess somebody could probably correct me in the comment section if they get a chance. But I think that the whole dating scene in Japan is kind of starting to die down as well, though.
It has.
I think that's also a factor because you have so many technologies. I was looking at something on YouTube where it's basically you kind of have people kind of getting into messing with artificial intelligence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you have a video game where you kind of have a play girlfriend that's artificial intelligence, and she leaves and checks up on you, and you get to open up your device to talk to her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of killing the whole dating thing, but I could be 100% wrong about this as well, since I've never been there to observe it.
Yeah. Well, there's been cases in Japan where men are marrying their phones or their gaming devices with a certain dating chick on there, getting insurance on this person. So if the device ever dies or whatever, they literally get insurance because it's acting like as if this is an actual real person. But it's just the dating scene and everything is difficult over there just because of the culture and the population. Now, this is us looking outside in. We're not inside looking and seeing this shit.
That's why I wouldn't know 100%, right?
Yeah, but look at the dating scene here. Everybody dates using an app. The American dating scene is more like hookups.
Yeah.
People, like there's some people looking for serious relationships, and you got other people just looking for a hookup. And that's the reason why we have Tinder.
Yeah, it's true.
Or in your case, Grinder.
Fuck you.
I knew that was gonna trigger some.
Oh, that was hilarious. That was a good one.
But yeah, like a lot of these things are just to hook up and just that's it. Sometimes some people just do it for friendly fun, looking for somebody new to chat with or need to grow out with their friends. Like for example, D, you moved on to motherfucking Oklahoma City. I'm just gonna name some random place. No family, no friends, nothing. You have no idea who lives over there. What you gonna do? You're gonna date around.
Right.
Sometimes you could, or just get on certain social sites in that area and meet friends. Be it of, meet people of both sexes, build up your friend list and hang out with people. Meet your neighbors, if they're your age. You're like, hey, how's it going? Hey, I'm the new neighbor. Get this thing. And even on the dating scene.
Right.
But people becoming more or less social. So you going over to your neighbor's house is like very unlikely. To like, hey, can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Yeah, you're right.
And that's when you get
sprayed
in the face with mace. That's also
the kind of technology, because we become less and less sociable, and we're sociable creatures. We need to
we're more
talk,
physically
around
sociable.
People.
We're becoming less physically sociable, but more sociable online. If you look at it, we're like I said, we're sociable creatures, yes. And online, we're super fucking social to everybody. Opinions, facts, ideas, everything is spread online like lightning fast. Right. But you go to that bar, you see that one chick, and you want to be socials with her, and shit doesn't flow your way, then what? You go back online. You're not getting the same results as you are online. You shared an idea online, people loved it, you got that drop of dopamine in your head. You're just like, yes!
It's an instant gratification, right?
You go out, do the same thing, and nobody gives a fuck. Then depression kicks in.
Right. Ooh, and you hit it dead on the fucking head, because I was just about to say that shit too. I was going to let you finish, but that's exactly it. Because I feel like instant gratification, in a way, it's not really helpful in all aspects of your life. Sometimes you need to grind and build up to some shit in order for you to really appreciate it. Opposed to you getting little hints of fucking dopamine here and there and you building that up.
Yeah.
And I guess in a way, that, technology is making people, making dating kind of harder for people. I mean, it's easier to, get anybody any part of the world and things like that. But you have to be social. You have to be physically social in order to, keep up that relationship. Yeah. Those are the things that you need in order to keep it going. You can't just fucking text your girlfriend and your wife only. And you can't not have a single conversation with her in real time in real life and shit like that.
Yeah.
You got to be able to do both.
You got to be able to be social with everybody. Well, your own little clique, family, friends, stuff like that. But yeah, it's with that instant gratification. It's just like all those likes. Like I never got anything past 10 fucking likes. And I don't feel like I get all excited. I'm like, 10 likes, cool. Highest I ever gone. And I'm not looking for instant gratification. Hell, I hardly share shit on my social media.
Yeah.
And I mostly get my fucking dopamine is when I chat with my friends. When I have a conversation with them, or when I do this podcast. And we have this great conversation, be it I'm a piece of shit in the conversation or I'm the loser in the argument. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because this is what gives me happiness. This is what makes me happy. This is what gets me going. I look forward to every time I do a cast, I look forward to doing it with my friends, family, whoever. I always look forward to it, and to me, it's always fun. It's just like, holy shit, I like this, because now I'm expanding my knowledge on shit that some people have, or their opinions, or their view of the world.
Right.
Like your opinions on mumble rap and how you feel like they're being misunderstood, and it's like never thought about that.
Right.
I always saw them as
yeah.
I always saw them as just they're idiotic. Because I never, and because I know, I don't understand it. I don't like mumble rap. I don't dive into it. Where you were telling me about Young Thug and how he's mumble rapping, but yet experimenting, doing all this other stuff, trying to understand. It's just like, so you got people in there who's
right, because he's really trying to study the effects of how sounds affect, the body and emotions, and he's trying to do all of that. That's what makes him a pretty fucking dope artist.
Yeah.
Mumbling or not,
Yeah, because Goodbye Little Pump.
Well, he just has a big record now with Kanye West, so he ain't going nowhere right now.
Isn't it the stupid music video with Stan Lee did with them looking like fucking robots?
Yeah.
With the big old box body?
Yeah.
Over here looking like Minecraft characters.
Right. That's just about to be a fucking hit. I'm calling that shit right now. Or if not, it's probably already a hit right now.
When has Stan Lee's latest projects ever been a hit? No, Stan Lee, Spike Lee. What the fuck is a Stan Lee? Spike Lee.
I know what you meant. There we go.
When has Spike Lee's latest projects ever been a hit? Last time I checked, never.
Damn. I'm telling you, that's just about to go. I'm calling that shit right now.
Yeah, like his movie Chi-Town? No, Chirac? That
shit.
You
got this shit on Spike Lee. He has some fucking classics, by the way.
No, yeah, he got some classics. Don't get me. I like some of his classics. I like his classics. Just stop now. Just stop. Back in the day, you were relevant. Now it's just like, nah, dude.
To do the right thing is the shit. Fuck the bullshit. She Gotta Have It was fucking good. Let's see.
Never watched it.
I'm gonna go through his list. Fucking Jungle Fever. Like, come on, dude.
I like Jungle Fever.
He Got Game. Mo Better Blues. Like, come on, dude.
I'm talking about latest. Not talking about his classics.
All right, well, Miracle at St. Anna. That shit came out 2008.
That was
shit was
decent.
Fucking fire.
That was pretty decent. I did like how Buddy choked his white commander. That guy was a piece of shit. They haven't. They can't. He's lying. They didn't make it that far. You fire the fucking artillery a couple feet back. It's like you're just killing your own men, you piece of shit. Just because you doubted him. Because he was a black commanding officer, a black soldier who is telling you we made it to the point, provide covering fire in this position. That's impossible. They didn't make it there that fast. What the fuck? And it's fucked up because I bet you that's what actually happened. Friendly fucking fire on black soldiers.
All of that shit has always happened in the military. Just like there was a situation that happened in Iraq where they had some I believe they had like they had some people from Iraq as well that was with them as well. And then what happened was that it was friendly fire, so they started killing each other, fighting with each other, even though they was working with each other and shit like that. So in war, shit like that happens all the fucking time.
Yeah, but this is some guys being a total dickhead for not understanding this guy actually made it to the wall. Now that wasn't friendly fire because of misunderstanding. He was just being a total dick and did not believe this man was capable of such feats.
Right.
And that's what happened. And then that's when at the end when you have big dude just fucking choke, fucking cane type shit. I'm surprised he didn't body slam his ass, just straight up choke slam his ass on the hood of the Jeep.
Right.
That I would have loved. Like, boom, bitch. Like, don't fuck with the big dude, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, the big guy, it was funny. Like, he seemed like the slow farm guy, but he was carrying that statue head the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy had to develop some head problems during the war.
Exactly. Oh, we're an hour and 27 minutes in. Check us out.
Yep. Well, that session gets shaved down after a couple times. I had to get off.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, I want to talk about some deep shit. You want to talk about some deep shit?
Uh, let's do it for the next. How deep?
Deep.
How
Deep.
is your love? How deep is your? Okay, let me get the Bee Gees out of my head. Yeah, fuck it. Because in a few, I gotta go to lunch. I gotta take my sister out to, for lunch. How the fuck I get this shit in my watch? But go ahead, start it off.
All right, so I was actually working on this article for the website and stuff like that, and it was making me think that how much of our basically our flaws and us being unsuccessful in life is due to our own actions versus discrimination and prejudice that goes on in our lives. And I was thinking, what's a good percentage of the bullshit you have to go through with discrimination versus it actually being you?
Yeah.
So I was pondering, and for the members, for people that are listening right now, I'm a black guy, 30 years old. So I was thinking,
30. I thought you were my age.
No, I'm an old ass man.
So
I just turned 30 August 21st. No, August 21st I turned 30.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's why I released a site on my 30th birthday.
Damn, did I ever say happy birthday to you? Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. So it's all good.
Well, I was supposed to feel like I'm a dick.
But I was thinking that maybe all the discrimination that I have to deal with, maybe that's about 30% of the shit, out of, me being unsuccessful. Yeah. But then I was thinking, that's a whole fucking 70% of shit that I could fucking work on, though.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this idea?
We live in a time of less oppression, where it's not based on race, it's based on your ability now. If you are constantly using the fact that, oh, it's because I'm Hispanic, it's because I'm fat, it's because I talk different, or for me, example, should I use the whole fact that, oh, because I'm Hispanic, I didn't get the job? The only thing I gotta worry about is worrying about fucking ICE. And it's weird because Puerto Rican, completely, even if I was born on the island, I am, no matter what, a U.S. citizen.
Exactly.
No matter what. But just because of my name, I gotta be careful where I'm walking. If a motherfucking ICE truck pulling out of nowhere, it's just like, oh, what the fuck? And they grab my ass, and I clearly have the documents. I clearly show, and my whole ethnicity. It's just like, oh no, he's the first truck to motherfucking Mexico. What the fuck?
Right.
Now that's like the only thing I gotta worry about. Everything else is not because, I'm Hispanic. It's all about my ability. What can I bring to the table?
Right.
And I feel like that's nowadays.
That's the situation.
Yeah, it is a situation. It's just this whole people feeling like, oh, they're being prejudiced and all this other stuff. It's just like, nah, motherfucker. That's, if you feel like you're being, if you feel like you're being oppressed just for shits and giggles, because it'll give you more views or popularity and stuff, then you're a piece of shit.
Right.
Because then there are those who are actually being oppressed within the U.S. Chicago's not one of them. Now, it's the most segregated fucking city.
Right. In the whole entire U.S., right.
Yeah, in the whole U.S., but I don't feel like I'm being oppressed. I don't feel like, I got to worry about shit going off or not trying to get a job at a certain company or corporation, or hell, I just started this podcast. 2 minorities started this podcast.
Right.
We paid for everything with our own money, and just because we haven't made it yet, it's just like, what the hell? Yeah, honey, I'm almost done. It's like,
shit takes time.
Yeah, shit takes time no matter what. No matter what. And we're living in this age where in America, this is the less racism has ever been in the States.
Right.
More and more people are growing up in diverse neighborhoods, be it mostly suburban life, but even in suburban life, you have people of diverse ethnicities. Yeah, it's predominantly white, but then you have folks of Black, Asian, and Hispanic cultures within those areas.
Right.
Growing up in the city, and this is my point of view, my neighborhood is up and coming. It's not the most. It's kind of diverse. You got a lot of Hispanics and you got a lot of whites.
Right.
And you slowly getting trickled in with other ethnicities. So be it African, Indian, from India, not Native Americans. Like you get other people are starting to move into the neighborhood. First time in my life, I actually see a group of Asian people walking through, and the only Asian group that I knew was just a Chinese restaurant down the block.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, my neighborhood is actually becoming diversified.
Right.
But because of gentrification, you have half of the Hispanic population who lived within the neighborhood moved out.
Right.
So I'm not saying it's being oppressed. Just saying, like, some people just can't. When gentrification kicks in, it doesn't just aim at minorities; it hits at all the poor folks.
Yeah.
It was just the dominant ethnicity within the neighborhood was Hispanic.
Yeah.
Now, you break down that statistics to see who of what ethnicity moved out. I'm pretty damn sure there was some blacks and whites in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the dominant group in this neighborhood was Hispanics, and half of them are gone.
Right. And I guess I brought that up to basically just say this and to kind of I guess you probably have to get ready to leave and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I just want to just I guess have a few more ideas and thoughts and stuff like that. Then we could cut it. But I'm basically saying that because discrimination and all of the isms are real. Sexism, all of that shit is real. But I don't think it accounts for most of your unsuccess in your life than people think it does.
Yeah. And no, I agree. Racism is real. Like I said, all the isms. Racism,
it's very
sexism,
real.
It's real. And it's out there. But it's not
prejudice
as big,
is real.
But it's not as big as people are saying it is.
Yeah. Just like I know women deal with a great deal of bullshit as well, and that's fine. But I don't think that it goes over 50%, of their failures. Like there's this show. Have you seen it? It's called Queer Eye.
No.
All right. Well, it's a very good fucking show. It's on Netflix now, but it's basically a show about it's 5 gay guys, and they're basically helping out straight guys, like get their lives and shit like that in order.
Yeah.
So one guy's responsible for grooming, another one is responsible for getting him up on the culture, things like that. Another person helps him with his food, and another person helps him with interior design of his house and things like that.
Yeah.
And what you see is that these guys, they help people build up their confidence and the belief in themselves, and they also help them improve the way that they look, the way that they feel about themselves and their surrounding.
Yeah.
And what you see is basically that people make a full 360 of their lives because of how they help them out.
Yeah.
And you also have the success stories of people, like a guy wanted to be a comedian and shit like that, but he was also depressed and stuff like that. So they helped him build up his confidence. They helped him with his style, look, and everything else. And that changed his entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Another guy, poor, where he looked like he was poor, lived in the South and things like that. He was divorced for a while back, but he always wanted his wife back. So they fucking helped him get his fucking wife back. They remarried, stepped his whole fucking life up.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that they dealt with great deals of bullshit as well. But it's the other shit that they worked on, the grooming, the eating, all of those good habits. Yeah. Those have a positive fucking, a positive fucking reaction to, your life and shit. And I just wish that people kind of looked at that a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
But boy, that was a fucking mouthful.
It was. And no, I agree.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Oh, I think this is where we'll just leave off, and we'll continue this another time. It's always good having you on the show, D.
Oh, thanks, man, for having me. It's always fun to be on here.
Oh, yeah. Eminem's gonna win, though.
Nah, I think Eminem about to get washed. Fuck the bullshit. Well, I won't say he's gonna get washed. He might get washed, but we're gonna have to just wait and find out and see.
Yes, we do. All right, man. Catch you later.
All right.
Peace out to everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.